guys, what's up and welcome to my otaku corner. That's right, I asked and I've delivered. So there will be new kind of smaller hauls throughout the month. Of course there will be the massive haul, but this just gives me a chance and an excuse to talk more about series that I love. So we're going to roll with it. So I ordered a lot from Right Stuf Anime. If you have never heard of them, they are a really good site and they suck you in with the deals, and because I like to get the free shipping, you have to spend quite a bit. So I have already opened them just because I like to check to make sure that I got everything that I ordered, because heaven forbid they miss something. That's never happened to me, but I have heard stories, so always check your orders. But I'm gonna take everything out and then we're gonna talk about a few of the series I got. Alright, so now that I have them all laid out, I actually didn't get as much variety as I thought I was, because this is one series, this is one series, and this is one series, and then these are just little bits of volumes that I wanted to pick up, and one-off boy love ones that I got because I wanted free shipping. So we're going to talk about the three main series, the ones that I, if you will, bulk hauled, because yes, I have actually seen each one of the animes and I loved them. However, I want to know what happens after the anime. All of these series continue after the anime and none of the animes have gotten renewed. So obviously I need to know what happens next. So we're going to start off with Kimi Ni Todoke. Now it has been a hot minute since I've seen this anime, so I'm going to read the synopsis from my phone to give you guys a little something, but let me just like put it out there. Yes, it's a romance, okay? That's what I live for. That's the tea. So, known for her resemblance to the Sadako character of The Ring series, if any of you know, that is a horror series. I only know that because of this person that elementary school stories at lunchtime. Anyways, we digress. Sawako Kuranuma is given the nickname Sawako and misunderstood to be a frightening and malicious like her fictional counterpart. Despite having a timid and sweet nature, longing to make friends, and living a normal life, Sawako is naturally drawn to the cheerful and friendly Shota, romance, Kenzahea. I am probably butchering these names, so apologies in advance. The most popular boy in her class. From their first meeting, Sawako has admired Kazuhaya's abilities to be the center of attention and aspires to be like him. When Kazuhaya organized the Test of Courage, Test of Courage is basically like teaming up in two and then walking down a dark path, and it can be romantic, you know, if you hear a stick and you're like, you can cling on to people you like. Anyways, I'm gonna keep going. He organized the Test of Courage for the entire class and encourages her to attend. Sawako sees the opportunity to get along with her classmates, starting with Aeya Yano and Chizuru Yoshida. Through each new encounter and emotion she experiences, Sawako believes that meeting Kazuhaya has changed her for the better. Little does Sawako know her presence has also changed Kazuhaya. So, how romantic! I absolutely loved the anime. I thought it was adorable. I also thought I would mention all these series that I'm mentioning, they're completed. That's right. So you can binge buy them as well and then binge read them. So I got almost the entire series. Kimi no Todoke has 30 volumes. It is quite the series. So I think, how many seasons? I think it had 2 seasons, and depending, I guesstimate this. So Run High School Host Club has 25 episodes and there's 18 volumes, and they almost go throughout the entire 18 volumes, but then at the same time there's ones like what's it called? Given, where it was one season and then it's like one book and then they did a movie which was the other 2 books. So it's like, it really depends on the anime and the book. So I'm excited to see at what part it continues on from the anime. But with that, let's move on to the next one, which is Kiss Him Not Me. And I fell in love with this series. I think the anime is absolutely hilarious. This series is complete at 14 volumes. I'm missing 2. Right Stuf Anime had all the volumes except for 7 and 8, I believe. I mean, like, look at these precious beans. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. So basically all these guys are pining after her, and she's just like, well, no, I want you to kiss each other, because she's a boy love fanatic. Anyways, I'm gonna read you guys the little synopsis again because it's been a while, but I'm like, it is so cute and funny, and I love it. So Kei Serenuma is a very kind second-year high school student and a devoted otaku. A little known fact about her, though, is that she is obsessed with BL, or boys love. Haha, yours truly. Serenuma can't help but fantasize about her male classmates falling for each other and enjoys imagining them together, which actually, if you think about it, is a little creepy, but I'm like, I don't think I've ever fantasized about my guy friends being with each other. I think that's, I don't know. I enjoy the stories, and some of them actually have plot, okay? So don't come for me. Anyways, a more known fact about Serenuma, however, is that she is noticeably overweight. While watching her favorite show one day, Serenuma witnesses the death of her most beloved character. I think we all know how that feels when our favorite character dies, okay? Utterly depressed, she can't muster up the energy to eat her meals, let alone attend school. For an entire week, she finally recovers, but now there's something unusual about her. During the time she refused to leave her room, she ended up losing a large amount of weight and has somehow become strikingly beautiful. Now, that's the one thing I don't like about this anime, is that it's kind of body shameful. I'm not about that. Don't miss your meals. That's not good. You need to eat. You need to be healthy. Anyways, it's an anime. I'm not gonna get on to self-confidence and all that kind of stuff, but I'm like, please be healthy, everyone, and I love you always, and you are beautiful always. So that's the tea. We're gonna keep going. Now catching the eye of everyone who sees her, she finds herself at the center of attention of 4 boys she's always known at her school. Though they all wish to spend time with her, Serenuma wishes they'd rather spend time falling in love with each other. How will Serenuma deal with these 4 boys pursuing her BL-obsessed self? So as you can tell, it gets quite funny because all these girls are pining after her, and she's just like, no, I want you to be with you. And she actually explains to her friend, she's like, no, he would be the top and he would be the bottom. And she's like, no, other way around. And they're like having full-on debates about it, and I just think it is the funniest thing. And then at one point, this girl, who I thought was a guy at one point, but no, she's a chick, is like, well, I love you too. And it's just, it's like a reverse harem. She's just got a reverse harem going on, and it is hilarious. And I love it, and I can't wait to see how it ends. I kind of want to know if they're all just going to remain friends, or does she end up with one of them? I'm like, I've heard rumors of who she ends up with. I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm like, let me just say, if that's who she ends up with, that is not who I thought at all. So like, if that comes to fruition, so... Anyways, with that all said, let's move on to the last series, which is Vampire Knight. Now this one I can explain without using my phone, however it'll probably be a lot less summarized than the phone version, so maybe I should actually just do the phone one. Nah, you guys can suffer through my jibber jabber for one series. Vampire Knight was my first anime. It took my anime virginity. Will I be allowed to say that? Maybe I'll beep it out. Anyways, Vampire Knight it was my Twilight, okay? I love the anime. I also watched it in dub the very first time, so I'm like, I am a strict sub person now. I'm all about them subtitles, but I'm like, watching it in dub, looking back at it is so cringy, because I'm like, just the way it was, and I think the time when it was filmed and stuff, it's like, Yuki, I am your brother, and she's like, what? Also, that might have been spoilers, but I guess I didn't say the other character's name, so like, it's fine. Have I said the plot yet? No. Okay, so anyways, it is about this girl, and she got adopted by a school master guy, head person, and she also has another like adopted brother, and there's vampires. So there's the daytime students, I think you can figure out those are the humans. Nighttime students, ooh, vampires, because it's nighttime and they don't sleep, or they sleep during the day or whatever. And so basically all the daytime students are obsessed with the nighttime students because they're beautiful and they're handsome and they're very good looking. And so Yuki, because she's the headmaster's like adopted daughter, is in charge of making sure that nothing gets out of control. So she's always there doing her little guard shift, making sure shit doesn't fall to the fan and whatnot. So as the story progresses, basically, I think you can sum it up, there are evil vampires shocker, there's gotta be for some conflict. And the evil vampires are basically vampires that get corrupted. I can't exactly remember how they get corrupted, if it's like a solution. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like a V solution, and like when it gets in their system, they go like crazy vampire. They like lose all reasoning, kind of like a zombie vampire, but like they're not. Are vampires already dead? It's a good question. Leave that in the comments. Are vampires dead? Who knows? Anyways, they just become absolutely mad and they go on like a killing spree. So they have vampire hunters, and Yuki's adopted brother, who's not related by blood, is a vampire hunter, but he's also technically a zero, but he's been suppressing it with medication. Ooh, so he will like fall to the darkness or whatever. No, he didn't eat his twin. This is probably making absolutely no sense, but I swear it's really good. It's so cheesy, but it's so good. Anyways, basically shit hits the fan and a lot of stuff goes down and it kind of ends incesty-ish. But that's where I want to know what happens after the fact, because that big thing happens at the end and I'm like, what? And so that's why I bought the manga, because I need to know. I'm like, no. And it's not as creepy as it sounds, okay? Like, there wasn't like sexy scenes or anything. Like, there's none of that. Like, it's all clean. I've cosplayed the character, but like, we got a little confused at the end. We're like, So, anyways, 10 out of 10 though. I love Vampire Knights so much. I'm like, I feel like if you need a good laugh, watch it in dub. If you actually want to seriously kind of watch it in sub. And I feel like I've been talking about a lot of the animes, but the books are here and I want to know what happens after. And I believe Vampire Knight actually has another series as well when Kaname is in his like 1,000-year slumber or whatever, called Vampire Memoirs. But I want to finish collecting this series first and then I will work on that one. I think they're on book 6. I think it's still an ongoing series. However, Vampire Knight is a completed series at 19 volumes. So just saying, all of them are complete, so you can binge get them and then binge read them. So yeah. Alright, well, that is all I have for this video, and of course, if you guys have any recommendations for me, leave those in the comments below because I love to read them. I've already gotten a few recommendations from last time that I have got in a cart right now, and I'm very excited to get them and read them and let you guys know what I think about them. I'm going to be doing a review on a series I just finished, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my dad had to listen to me yammer on for like an hour. Not going to digress into that right now, because this might be long as it is. Anyways, yeah, I love you guys a lot and I will see you in the next one. Bye!